So, in the past days I've noticed that my Sonic CD Iceberg got popular and that videos explaining it started popping up in my YouTube homepage. While I'm happy that people notice my Iceberg, I can't deny that those videos did not explain very well my point of views and the Iceberg, so I decided to make my own one where I explain everything in it from top to bottom. If you want to see my original posts on Reddit, I will link them in the description. I'm out here refers to an Easter egg that is triggered when the controller is left untouched for 3 minutes. Once the Easter egg is triggered, Sonic falls off Little Planet, causing a game over. In the sound test of the game, some secret messages can be found. Using specific codes you will gain access to a piece of game art. In one of those, an image of Sonic wearing a mask with Japanese text can be found. People make a big deal of this, but it's literally nothing special. The soundtrack of the game varies from region to region. In the Japanese and European edition, the soundtrack is upbeat and bright, while in the American version a more ambient and atmospheric soundtrack replaces the Japanese one. The bad future is canon because in Sonic Generations Sonic races Metal Sonic in the bad future of the timeline, meaning that Sonic never got the good ending in the first place. This one is simple. Track 02 is the beta time travel cutscene sound effect. It was replaced in the other versions of the game. R2 is the file name of a scrapped level that is supposedly found in some prototypes of the game. As of today, no information of the level has been leaked, and all we have is a YouTube video and some boss sprites. In the years, many fans of the game have made fan art of this level, but we still have to see what the original looked like. Special Stage 8 is a secret special stage level only accessible from the sound test menu. It is set in an ethereal environment with Eggman's face in the background and 7 stars above it, reminding me of the Venezuelan flag. It also appears that in the beta version the special stage was set in some kind of mountainous environment as seen from those screenshots. Final Fever was the true final round of the 2011 remastered version of Sonic the Hedgehog CD that was only able to be accessed if the player had all of the time stones. It is named after the music track that normally plays during the Metallic Madness boss. Over the years, many prototypes of Sonic CD had been found or leaked online. Some of those differ in gameplay, level design and even music. Desert Dazzle was a scrapped zone for the 2011 remastered version of Sonic the Hedgehog CD. It was a level coined by the head developer of the 2011 Sonic CD version, Christian Whitehead, who posted the information about Desert Dazzle. According to him, this level was cut so the game didn't stray too far from its original form. However, an image of it is still featured in-game. In the beta 510 of Sonic CD, the second special stage features a text with, "The programmer has a nap, hold out programmer," written on it. It is a mistranslation by the developers of the game. Salad Plain is the beta name for Palm Tree Panic. The most notable differences are the trees, the background and the past music, which uses CD quality audio instead of being 16 bits like in the final game. In Wacky Workbench Act 1 there is a room with a statue hidden in the past and bad future versions of the stage. In the past the statue of an angel is seen, while in the bad future it has been replaced by a statue of Robotnik. Nobody knows why it's there, and some people even speculate it to be reused sprites from the scrapped R2 stage. There are monitors displaying Eggman and Sonic in the future versions of Quartz Quadrant, respectively Eggman in the bad future of Act 1, and Sonic in the good future of Act 3. Right in the middle of the second act of Stardust Speedway you will see what appears to be an Eggman building under construction. In reality the building is different in every time zone, in the past being a Gothic cathedral. In the bad future the Eggman statue has been completed, while in the good future a mansion has replaced the building's head. It is possible to get 999 rings in the first act of Wacky Workbench by exploiting the statue's room with entering and exiting continuously. If you look at the background art for Collision Chaos, you will notice that there is another floor mirrored in the sky. This is because Collision Chaos is the closest point to Earth on Little Planet, meaning that the extra floor is Sonic's world. This simply refers to the beta title screen theme, which is almost completely different from the final one. In the game there are 3 maps of Little Planet, one for every time zone, while those maps do not specify the locations of the in-game zones, give us a series of hints that can help us locate the various areas. That enormous factory at the center is Metallic Madness, this because it makes access to the other areas of the planet very easy, which probably benefits Segment's plans on the planet. The area down left is Stardust Speedway, not only because a stylized city can be seen, but also for the Eggman building that can be seen in the middle. On the far left quartz quadrant can be found, this suggested by the quartz mine, and also the domes that are seen in the Good Future version of the map, which are identical to the ones in the Good Future of Quartz Quadrant. The palm tree on the top area of the map suggests that Palm Tree Panic is located there, this strengthened by the mountain nearby, which looks like the ones found in the present background art. On the top right, near the Forest of Vines, Collision Chaos can be seen, this implied by the city in the Good Future and the oil tanks in the Bad Future of the map, which are identical to the one found in the in-game version. On the far right, Tidal Tempest and Desert Dazzle are seen. While we don't know much about Desert Dazzle, we can say undoubtedly that the volcanoes represent Tidal Tempest, because they can also be seen briefly in the start of Act 1. Moving to the south we find the location for Wacky Workbench, because out of the 2 industrial levels it is the only one left, and unlike the central factory we can see from the past background that it is not located on the middle of the ocean, but near a grassy canyon. Some people think that Amy could be from Little Planet, because we never see her actually getting to Little Planet at the start of the game. She was always there, waiting, but this theory doesn't stand much for me if I need to be honest. In the US soundtrack the past themes were cut during development of the game, instead were replaced by the Japanese past themes. The past US themes may or may not ever been made, but I guess we'll never know. Take It is a 1991 Italo disco track by the Italian composer Alex Neri. Over the years the song was used in various R2 hoaxes, and it was thought to be the original R2 theme by many. Little Planet theme, also known as DA Garden theme, is a song in the OST of Sonic CD. It was confirmed by the developer Mazin, who also made most of the in-game visuals, that originally it was going to be the Good Future theme for the scrapped R2 level. You can see the tweet in which he confirms it on the screen, even though I could not translate it. In the Little Planet map found in-game, a weird green plant or structure can be seen floating above the sea. The weird thing is that we never get to see a similar environment in the game. It could even be the cut R2 level, who knows. If we take a look at the background art of the second act of Stardust Speedway and Metallic Madness from Sonic Mania, we can assume that the zones are set between the present and Bad Future timeline, starting with Stardust Speedway Act 2. Looking at the background we see a much more developed and futuristic city compared to the one from the original Sonic CD. It looks almost identical to the Bad Future background, but still intact. Plus at the end of the act, during the battle with Metal Sonic, we can spot the same Eggman building from the original game. This time it looks nearly finished, with both eyes and a more stable structure. Moving to Metallic Madness, the color palettes are the same as the present, but the machinery looks like it is slowly falling apart. The same happens in the Bad Future in the original, meaning that those zones are set between the 2 timelines. There are 3 maps of Little Planet respectively, one for the present and for the Good and Bad Future. What you will probably notice is that there is no past map, Perhaps it was cut in the early development phase of the game alongside the CD audio past tracks. It may still be hidden in the Sega archives to this day. Mercury Mine is a supposed cut beta level in Sonic CD. It was later revealed to be a hoax alongside Beta 409. It is implied by the background of the zones through the time zones that there is a perhaps hidden lore waiting to be discovered. What is Eggman doing in the bad future of Quartz Quadrant? Did he try to create artificial quartz? What even is Wacky Workbench? It is a factory. But what does it create? What is the purpose of the Stardust Speedway buildings? Those are only a few of the many questions without a clear answer. The peel out plus pause glitch is a glitch used by the Sonic CD speedrun community. If you activate the peel out and press pause at the right moment, Sonic will be able to pass through walls and obstacles. The inhabitants of Little Planet are a total mystery. We see large cities, smaller cities, resorts and factories, but who's behind all of this? It undoubtedly isn't the work of Robotnik. But then who lives there? The only living creatures that are seen in-game are small animals, but they aren't an intelligent civilization. They can't be who created all of this. Probably we will never know who the inhabitants of Little Planet are, and every time you will decide to visit it by your imagination, you will see a well-hidden society that rarely leaves traces of its existence outside of the bright night cities and seaside towns. On Little Planet there are 3 distinct language scripts. The first one can be seen in Collision Chaos Present and Bad Future, and it seems it is inspired by the Chinese and Japanese scripts. The second one can be seen in the Good Future of Collision Chaos, and it seems to be inspired by the Burmese script. Perhaps in the Good Future the previous one went extinct. The third one can be seen in the billboards on the Bad Future of Stardust Speedway, and it seems to be inspired by Russian. The true power of the time stones is never properly explained, yet it seems like the game only shows the tip of the iceberg of this topic. As we can see from the map, Metallic Madness is set on an enormous artificial island, possibly also created by Robotnik. In the ending cutscene of Sonic CD that plays right after the player defeated the final boss at Metallic Madness, we can see that the zone from which Sonic is escaping from is actually Stardust Speedway, and not Metallic Madness. Perhaps it was originally intended to be like this, even considering that the animations were made early in the development of the game. There is a popular theory online that says that Metal Sonic is actually the Bad Future version of Sonic. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that explain this theory better than I do, so check them out if you can.